You are watching the one and only You Can't Clone Me Chill Monger live on a Sunday evening, late Sunday. Let's talk about what I'm excited about, which is not so much, but what I can talk about is ask you guys for what your opinions are when everyone starts filing in, and then we can get a conversation going. Of course, you've seen from the stuff I cover, there's been a depression. Not me, I'm not depressed. There's been a depressing output coming out of the Hollywood world, especially with now a writers and an actors strike, which we're feeling the effects of finally, because it's been 5 months since the writer's strike began. And now I'm looking at the landscape going, whoa, I am so thankful that the House of the Dragons TV show was filmed already, and they have some international other rules that don't really apply for actors strike there. So House of the Dragon definitely getting that. But if you look at stuff like the anime world, Boruto, they've been on a hiatus when it comes to Boruto episodes, and they've been on break for it's going to be a full year. I'm not getting anything out of that aspect. If you're a video game guy, you would be happy because there's a new Spider-Man video game, Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac. I know what you're thinking. Well, Miles Morales had a game. Wasn't that Spider-Man 2? No, it actually wasn't. Okay? It wasn't. Full game representation wasn't present for the sidekick spin-off. And give 'em we can just redecorate the city, make it all snowy. Yeah, yeah. So anyways, there's the video game, which is hype. I play Pokemon video games. You guys don't care about that, so we'll keep it shut. We'll shut it right there. It's not an interesting hype experience right now in the Pokemon world. When it comes to Marvel and DC, well, DC's on a big hiatus. I can't really get too hyped for the Aquaman movie, knowing it's kind of the final one, and it's not like a planned final one, so I won't have meaningful endings. It won't be an end game. It'll just be a movie, and there'll probably be a credit scene leading to something that's not going to happen. And they'll say next time, and they'll say things that make it sound like there's going to be a sequel to the Aquaman film franchise, and there's not. So how can I say I'm excited about that? I can't be excited about that. I'm not like a big iPhone guy. I'm not excited about the new iPhone. There's really not much to be excited for that they're used to. I used to like comic books, love comic books, collect them, pay for them, do reviews over them. There came a time where I started realizing that these are just circular storytelling, kind of filler, really not advancing any plot. So the comic books are now something I'm not really interested in. I'll cover a Black Panther here and there, but it's more so out of like, well, I'm still interested, so I'm not going to insult it like that. It's not out of like obligatory. I got to cover the Black Panther, but I do got to be in the comic book know-how. I see complaints. I've made complaints about comics, and now when Chillmonger writes his comic, which we're developing, we're at a phase right now. I just don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, but we are. It's being worked on. The Chillmonger comic book. You'll hear everything about it not next year, maybe not even the year after next, but definitely when my platform is huge and when Chillmonger has more than just 7 people watching, it just jumps to 8 after I pointed. Let me do it again. No, no, we're at 8. So with 8 people watching, of course I'm not going to launch no comic book thinking that this is going to rake in the money, this is going to grow and spread. Why the hell would I do that? Hell no. Instead, let me just build my audience first. I can work on the comic just because it's not released yet. So I can maybe I'll show you an art. Maybe stay tuned to my Instagram tonight. After this post, after this video on my live stream, I might just show you some concept art or early development art, like not even filled in with color. Now you'll get color. I'll give you guys the color. I'll give you colored versions of sketches of the Chillmonger new comic book. So what am I excited about? That. I hope you guys are too. In the comments, no one wrote a comment yet. Yo, let me know how you guys feel. What's like, what are you guys feeling? What are you excited about? Which comic book is it? Which movie is it? Television show? Are you into the Avatar franchise that they're gonna do over on Netflix? That's kind of interesting. I think that Avatar live action, it could be the new Game of Thrones, dare I say, Walking Dead. It could be the new hit thing that we could all enjoy. It would be Netflix's big franchise because they have Stranger Things, but they don't have more more special effectsy kind of fantasy stuff other than Stranger Things over on Netflix. They've got Suits. Is Suits on Peacock or Netflix? I forget which one, but they got Suits. So the question is out there. What are you excited about? Did I leave the comments off because it's usually by now someone would write a comment. Please, somebody write a comment. Did I have it like on subscribers off or members only? What did I do? Maybe I did put it on members only. Nope, I don't see it. I'll keep talking about what I'm excited about, what I'm not excited about. In the wrestling world, I love wrestling. Roman Reigns, never liked him. If anything, when I started getting into wrestling and actually training, learning how to do the craft, it was because Roman Reigns was this selected guy from Vince McMahon that he's going to be the star. Roman Reigns is not no star. You see what John Cena's doing? Roman Reigns can't do that. What The Rock did, Dave Batista, how they kind of became things outside of the wrestling world. Roman Reigns isn't doing that. He doesn't have the talent to act. I watched him in Hobbs and Shaw where he threw that axe and he injured someone, didn't he? Oh, that's a low blow. Of course, that was an accidental thing, but still, just the acting credentials are not there. Darkness in the wind is in the building. Hello, 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 hello. When I think of Roman Reigns and the trash that he is, and the disinterest that I have in him, I go, shoot, I'm not excited about wrestling because he's gonna hold this championship longer than Hulk Hogan, and he's gonna have it up until WrestleMania in Philadelphia, where The Rock is gonna challenge him. That will be an intense match. The build up towards that too, hearing The Rock verbally joust with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman as well. That sounds interesting to me. They have a familial lineage thing. So the wrestling world mixing with The Rock again, Dwayne Johnson, that's interesting. But WrestleMania is in April. What am I waiting for? The Royal Rumble match in January? It's hard to be excited, but things are gonna come. Like that. That's we're so many weeks away from that. I might have to cover it. I hope you guys are into wrestling. Peace King, new to the channel, and appreciate it. All right, tell me what you're excited for. Hey, we got Taki616 holding the Incredible Hulk. You got that comic book? Shoot. I got that comic book too right here, baby. What? What? You think you're the only Am I holding the right one? No, I wasn't holding. You're not holding that one. You're holding another comic book. I thought you were holding the you're holding a 180 comic book. I got you, fam. I got you. I got you. With versus the Wendigo. There it is right there. I keep both of them on deck. He says, I'm excited about the current Miles Morales run. Get out of town. Miles Morales, secondary Spider Man. And you're rereading Static Shadows of Dakota in the trade. What up, Look at you getting that static trade. You know what? I commend that. Static Shock is, I guess, what Miles Morales was going for. While we could say that Miles Morales has superseded and beat Static Shock, Static Virgil Hawkins, that character has had a lot of time on the shelves, a lot of to do with Dwayne McDuffie's widow. Dwayne McDuffie's widow is all I'll say, preventing some of the advancement with the milestone stuff and Static. Kind of tied him up, but we're not there anymore. So the Static stuff we're getting is nice. He has but let me leave that. Let me ask a question to the live chat. Who is more premier, Static, Virgil Hawkins, or Miles Morales, Spider Man? He's got a bet with the tribal chief gimmick compared to his old character. He does because the old character was that was not easy to say, suffering succotash. Reciting lines about Jack and the Beanstalk, saying things that John Cena would say with more charisma, but not him. And he would put like a silver eye contact lens over his eyes. Oh, he was not being himself at all. This is better. You know he's Italian too, right? Can I get some Italian gimmick next after this? He's half Italian. I'm into it, so don't worry about me, man. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yeah, yo, Hulk 180. See, mine's is the real one. I don't know about you with your little facsimile, but mine is 100% the real expensive comic book. I I got it like that. Pre-MCU, Static, currently Miles. Hungry Almighty, how could the MCU factor in with Miles' popularity? Miles isn't in that. He was mentioned once by Donald Glover's character. Miles has two major movies and a kids show. Yeah, he did have a kids show. You're right about that. I forgot that. I wasn't watching during that era. We got Johnny Dome Studios. You sound like you're important, Johnny Dome. Even Blue Beetle getting more known because of Injustice 2. Blue Beetle got Young Justice, and that's where I was introduced to the character, and they did take their own liberties with his backstory. This, though, the Injustice video game, I heard that he was using combination fights in the movie from Injustice. Miles is up right now. I'll concede. I'll take it. Miles is winning. But you give me a live action Static movie that Michael B. Jordan told us during that DC fandom a couple years back, It's in the making. You give us that static film, Virgil Hawkins with the hair, Virgil Hawkins on a trash surf in the skies. We're good. Like static, that would get me so hype. The amount of like, I don't know, coverage I would do here, teaming up with other people, doing a panel, real life kind of like interactions with people, doing reviews from the movie theater. Hey, like that, the amount of love and happiness that a static film would bring me. And if they use the song during the trailer, the superhero Static Shock, if they do that, oh, that would put a permanent smile that year. I won't get rid of the smile on my face. After the MCU, more people got into superheroes, hence why Miles is popular to normies. I think I know what you mean then. So 2008, since which was prior to which would have been way after Static had his cartoon time and the reruns would have ended. hmm Miles is mid. Okay, that's right. Live action Static would get me into the theaters. Live action Static. How many tickets are you gonna pay to see that? I'm gonna bring a group with me. I am gonna go a second time. Miles Morales, a Static Shock movie. Whew. Give us an Icon and Rocket movie produced by Eric July. Fire. I would. I would. I don't. What? I think that's you fishing for me to say something controversial. Is Eric July, does he have, we're talking about Young Rippa, right? Does he have a movie background? Don't do that to me, Taki616. Don't try to say like, okay, let's get Chillmonger to say why that's not going to be a good idea. And then let's clip him. Get out of here. Unfortunately, Miles, Virgil's has been away from the screen for too long. Zangbeto. I get it. But you tell me which character you feel better represented by, and you know that it's static. Oh, clearly, you're using the word unfortunately. So clearly, you know that that's static. Is there anyone here who thinks, okay, forget who's on top right now, which we all can agree we know who's on top. But I'm asking everyone, Darkness Under the Wind, behind the scene, I'm asking you, if all things were equal in popularity and they gave you the chance to make a Miles movie or a static movie, which of the two do you select? Static. Of course it is. They're sleeping on the live action Static. It's a pipe dream at this point. DC owns Milestone. Take it back to fandom, where they made it sound like it was likely. I'm Korean. The MCU should bring Amadeus Cho, but doubt it. Hungry. Sorry, I really don't see Icon getting a movie. Way too many Superman comparisons. I heard that. I do hear that a lot. And think about how Shazam is also a Superman comparison. It just has the kid aspect, which changes things up. Icon could be the same. Same superpowers with the flight and all that strength and all that. But it's the story, the relationship with Rocket, which changes the movie from being a superhero movie. If we think about it, the power sets doesn't matter. All superhero movies are already the same because the main character can do something that no one else can do, and he uses it to help people. That alone is the same movie. It really is the characters around and some of the philosophy of the character himself, which Icon would be different than what a Clark Kent Superman would have. I respect this take though. I'm just offering how you could use it differently because the powers are similar. Yeah, Young Rippa could make sure Icon is libertarian, kind of like Icon was written to be. I believe he was written to be conservative, and if libertarian is a version of that, then we're on the same page there. Eric the Guapo. Hello. Stactic is better than my Dells. Where is this guy? Two double typos. He got the greater than correctly, but the double typos. Come on, K Dot. K Dot, I'm gonna send you the link on Instagram because I know your Twitter's down, right? Do that in a second. DC partially owns Icon. Why is it partially? Because of the milestone thing? I mean, fine, partially. The either or. It's not. They're not gonna not do a movie because of that. Static for sure. What up, Chillmonger tribe? Virgil, no questions. I grew up on him. Thank you. I'm sorry. I meant DC partially owns Milestone. Yeah, you're right. They do partially own Milestone. Dot, if you're interested, the invitation link is there. And I didn't even put the invitation link on I have like a Twitter group of people where I send invitations to. So now it's there too. Let me know. Let me ask another question then. Everyone who got in here, there's 12 of you. Independently, what are you excited for that I didn't bring up? So I already talked about Pokemon, I already talked about wrestling, I already talked about Boruto, and The anime for Attack on Titan. I didn't bring up that. Now I'm excited for that because when I watch that final episode, I know that I'm gonna go all the way back to the past and watch all the old Attack on Titan episodes, which I may have been foggy on. But now with what I know about Attack on Titan, without spoiling anything, but it's important to know what happened in the past to see see what Aaron saw and what he said. If Static does get a movie, I prefer he stays mainly as a solo guy, like Spider-Man, instead of a member of some League of Avengers team. Activision Blizzard, they did? What does that mean though? Getting Activision and Blizzard, just what does that mean? It means they get Diablo? What other video games can they do? StarCraft and Taro Adun. I remember that. Invincible. People are hyped for Invincible. I keep saying I need to get into that franchise. I always tell Anzo that, but I never do. Invincible is it's probably something I need to get into, and it's something that you all would like, right? It's not like I'm alienating my audience. Why haven't I gotten started on my Invincible yet? There's some things that I have on the back burner, which man, if anything, Zangbeta, with this recommendation to get back into right, it was William who said it to get back into Invincible. If anything, like this is something I picked up from this live stream that will change the way I cover. How did I forget about that? This and The Boys are two things I don't get into. Now, obviously, all of you have, most of you have, and it would be within my brand to do so, and I'm just not getting into it. I was introduced to The Boys as, oh, it's really adult. There's this scene in the beginning where the woman and her, and she has like a big explosion, basically, and it turned me off. I was like, "Why would I watch that stuff? Huh?" But I guess I do got to. Knowing all the references, seeing the memes and the TikToks with the song, I gotta see it. We gotta rest up before you got alright, alright, alright. Are we sharing what we are excited in any media? Give me any media, Eric. Newspaper? Is there a newspaper you're into? Tell me about that. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Call of Duty, Sekiro, and Prototype, and more. Yo, video games right now. See, I'm a Nintendo guy. I'm heavy on Nintendo. Smash Brothers, I love it. I haven't played it enough, but I love it. Mario Maker is such a waste of time because it's not like I give my course to other people and go like, "Hey, yeah, play my course." I'm just making it out of my own like boredom, and then a year from now, I'm gonna forget that I created these courses and play Mario Maker and just yeah, that's me though. That's a me thing. I like Invincible. It is a very well done deconstruction of Superman. Good, good. That does sound really good. I didn't like The Boys too much, but you gave it a chance though. Boys is friggin' amazing. Season 4 can't come sooner. Shoot, right before season 3, I was telling Anzo about how I can binge it. Oh, I can get that done in a weekend, and we'll talk about it on your stream. And I never got to it at all, and I should. I'm disappointed in myself for that one because there's shows I'm skipping out on. The Loki show, I still haven't started it yet, and we have 2 episodes out. This might be the week. I think if I'm free tomorrow, that's when I just kick it. I sit down, I watch Loki, and I say, what was I missing on? A lot of YouTube reviewers who got like 4 episodes were telling me how, oh, this is so good. Oh, the new the Loki. I was writing something on my phone. Sorry, I was writing. I was people liked it. I don't trust all YouTube reviewers. Everyone has different tastes. Some people love Loki season 1. The way I hate multiverse variant stories, time lapsed kind of things in a pocket storylines. The way I hate them and things that are unattached to the main universe. The way I hate that is not going to be reflected by these people. So when they say it was a great story, and I'm just like, yeah, what's the point of Sylvie though? Because she has no interaction with Thor. Well, Sylvie doesn't have an interaction with Captain America. Nothing to do with Kamala Khan. She's just doing her own thing here, and she now hopped into another time stream. It's irrelevant to me. So that's me. I don't like Loki because of the TVA. If the Loki character was doing something else of meaning, sure. You haven't seen Loki yet, not season 2. I'm producing and directing a musical about cosplay called Cos Famous, the musical. Cos Famous. It's Scott Pilgrim meets High School Musical with a blurred point of view. I'm producing and directing a musical. That is so not what I was expecting to hear. You're a musical director. What is your favorite musical? And did High School Musical and Camp Rock get you into it? I am a big fan of Graham Nolan and his newest comic, Ghost of Matukumba Key. Yo, you just give everything a chance, huh? A Vicious Circle, Ghost of Matukumba Key. It's gonna ship soon. It's part of his Monsterverse. Mm. I'm glad you're making a comic book. Oh, yeah, I am. And when that comic book comes out, you're gonna have. Oh, just hit my wrong button. You're gonna have so much things in that comic book that you're gonna like go. What? How was this missing from my media? I'm writing things in the first issue, which has already been written. I'm writing things that are going to be talked about in issue number 2, which of course is not normal. Referenced again in issue 10. Words that you're going to hear him say, a certain character. You're not going to be able to see him, but you'll be able to hear him, and he'll say something, and then a couple issues later, you'll be like, wait, he just said that word. That word means okay. Let's go down this path because of that word. Now it's on a sign. Let me go there. So there are things that will lead to others. Nothing will be meaningless. Every character that I introduce, if I'm going to introduce a kid, you think that kid isn't going to get powers in the future? Yeah, that kid is going to grow up to be getting powers in the future. So no wasted line. There are no background characters. If this guy has time on the page, it's because I'm storytelling with them. Every character design, of course, needs to be different when it comes to colors. Some will wear pink, some will wear blue, some will wear yellow. There's a lot of thought I'm putting in because I'm so good at complaining, or I've made a living out of a YouTube channel out of complaining about criticism of other shows and movies and books. I can execute. I'm glad you're making a comment because stepping in the ring, of course. You guys know, man. That's my. Now you know that is who I am. Complaining is fun, and then there comes a point where we gotta do something about it. Now it's pricey. It's a big endeavor, and there's a lot of sacrifices I'm gonna make financially in real life. Which don't worry about that. But still, the output that I put on once I have the marketing, we were just talking about Eric July, Young Rippa. What does he have? A big YouTube base, people to sell it to, and he runs it all independently, and he's not really beholden on anybody. Yeah, same process is happening over here on Chillmonger. I don't need money to make it. I don't need to make millions and whatnot, right? I just need enough money to pay for the comic book paper, the production, period. Production. I don't need to be so profitable. If I lose money on the first comic, which I know I will because I'm not trying to charge for it, if I lose money, that's fine. Is it going to other people? Are people going to read it? Is enough people going to share it on their Twitters and Instagrams and TikToks? Are they going to say you got to check out this new franchise? I'll sell issue 2. I'm not saying I'm not going to sell any of these, and we'll get to the release strategy when we get to there, like years from now. But I was trying to just trying to give you guys what to expect. You're not getting a nothing story of just what would be cool if people fought on a mountain. Yeah, yeah. Let's draw that. Oh, what if there was lava? I'm not that kind of writer. I'm not going to be that kind of writer. Have you said what your comic is going to be about, Chill? This is what I'll give you, Eric. Eric, if you go back to the first video on my channel membership, you'll see. So I advise you to watch that. And then after today, I will post something else on members to talk about my comic book more. I'll give you information, Eric. And if you want to be a channel member, pay $1 Canadian and you get to be a member for about a month. And yeah, that's that. Speaking of Eric July, I'm also looking forward to his new comic Alpha Core. He hired Chuck Dixon to write it, and I can't wait to read it. Hey, you see how, guys? You see how I agree with that? A Chuck Dixon written comic would be cool, and see how I'm not taking this chance to tell you about how left wing politics are better than right wing politics. See that? It's not hard. What's up, everyone? What's going on, Chad Kinsler? You got the Ultimate Black Panther mask. You guys, did you see the new comic book for Ultimate Black Panther announcement? Still not sure if it's T'Challa or the T'Child. I hope it's actual T'Challa. Hey, good for you. I support you on your journey to creating comics. I hope so. And Darkness Under the Wind, when that comic book gets released, I don't care if you buy it, order it, um, share it. Just all I'm saying is tweet it. All I'm asking for from now is just to show support, get it to the biggest mass amount of people possible. The day I release it, I think the smart thing to do would do like a live stream like this and say, And now, and click click the tweet button and click the release button on stream with everybody, so that you guys can all be like, okay, now it's time to maximize the growth, the output, there's a word for it, man. The exposure may be the word for it, but the minute you release something, if the computer sees that these people are sharing it, like they're engaging with this really quickly, then it will enter like a new level of importance, and it'll be shown on a lot of screens. But if I post something in the middle dead of the night, no one's interacting with that post at all, and it's just sitting there, it's probably not going to get pushed. Twitter's going to be like, yeah, algorithm is not going to push you. Likewise with YouTube. So it is, of course, it's always important to have things releasing at an appropriate time when people are awake. And then if you can have a routine, I always post at 6 p.m., always post at 6 p.m., that helps also. The more you know. I always thought of doing a comic too. Yo, Johnny Dome Studios, if you think about doing a comic, do the comic too. Do a comic, everyone. Do musicals, direct movies, do what it takes. Do you and never regret that you did it. Because as a person who loves the sport of basketball, when those draft class had the same birth year of my birth year, that was so depressing to know that my time had expired and I will not be in it. If lucky, I could be in the celebrity all-star game, but I will not be a National Basketball Association player. I will not be a point guard, shooting guard, or center. And it's tragic. I'm almost tearing up right now. I had dreams. I didn't want to be in the NHL. I didn't care to be in baseball. But that Basketball Association of Nationality was the one for me. Promote it. Oh, I need to not promote it right now though, Darkness. Of course to you guys all know you're my people, so it's you can know about it. But if you do something like the way Dr. Umar talks about his school and years have passed and it's still not out yet, the conversation starts being with, oh, that guy. Oh, he keeps talking that talk, but he's not going to do it. And I don't want that. I don't want the what are we waiting on? What are we waiting on? So I don't want to. I'm excited how like you guys are so into this conversation because it came up a second time in this live stream. The comic book that I'm working on, what's it about? People get superpowers. Everyone has them. Everyone will have them. So imagine if My Hero Academia, how everyone has a quirk, so sort of like that, or like the X-Men, but no one's a mutant, and no one's gonna have abnormalities or nothing like that. Because I was thinking, if this becomes a movie, you don't want to have people in prosthetics and being all that way. So there's not going to be anamorphic people who are mutated. Everyone's gonna look normal. Everyone's gonna have a base power. There's gonna be something that everyone can do, like a base. Everyone has this, but in addition, he also has super speed. In addition, she also has the ability to shit super strength. I'm just tossing things out there, not giving away my story. But everyone will also be able to do a basic thing. There will be fighting. There will be levels and the kind of rankings. Imagine the UFC. There will be basically something like that. There will be That's all you get. I'm all about the independence. You know why? It's good to be an independence and be real with D real. If he's watching right now, he'll say, "Aha! I got this guy." The good thing about independence is they don't have restrictions and limitations on these characters. As hot as it gets, the more better it'll go. But when you look at Marvel, no matter what you do, Squirrel Girl is always going to be in that position, and other characters.
Ooh.
I'm joined by Anzo from Big Aboard Entertainment. Let me make sure he's all right before I get him in here. Actually, don't want to do that to him. It's 2023. We have the power to create almost anything, unlike generations before. Get it done. He says, "No, I don't mean now. I was just telling you what you were just talking about in regards to the word, which is promoting." Ah, promote it. I got you. I feel you. Theo, he says, mine was football. Yeah, everyone, see? Yo, Anzo, when you were
Yo,
younger and you saw the NBA draft and then everyone else was born in 1978 like you were, didn't you get depressed?
no why?
It was depressing to know that my birth year was the same age as all of these players. And Theo says during the NFL draft, he was watching all these guys get selected, and he's like, that's supposed to be me.
Nah, man, I just sit there and I'm like these like 18-year-olds and 19 years are making more money than I'll ever make in my life. That's depressing.
Can you speak up, please?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, whatever you did, it got better.
I said,
Now
me
it's
for
back
me
down again.
is back down. I said for me now it's like watching these players like 18, 19 making more money than I'll ever make in my life. That's depressing.
Do you have the name of your universe yet? Yes, I do. I do have the name. Anzo probably. Did I tell you about it, Anzo? Or were you there with me and Jaded Fanboy when I was telling him all about it?
No, I was not.
Definitely have a new comic book. I definitely have a name, but that's important not to say, Eric, because if I said the name, someone else could copyright it. And it's not going to be called Chillmonger or Chill Comics or anything like that. I don't think it will be.
Okay.
I don't plan on doing that. No. So Anzo, the topic right
Yes,
now
sir.
is what are you excited about?
Movie wise?
Yes. You're excited
um
about The Boys?
oh yeah, okay, so we're talking TV. Yes, The Boys, Invincibles. I'm excited for, and I think the trailer for Invincibles dropped, which I didn't see yet. Um Movie wise, not really much, but there's a show called From that I've been watching, so I'm excited for season 3 of that. But uh,
When
I
it
can't.
comes to Invincible's trailer, did it come in New York Comic Con?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I
Okay.
just seen. I seen it drop. I seen a video. Someone said it dropped today, so I don't know
That
if it
has
did
to
or
be New
anything.
York Comic Con then.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, New York Comic Con had a lot of announcements. Not everything I was into, but I think because they didn't do like a San Diego big thing with the actors writer strike, I think that New
Mhm.
York Comic Con is benefiting from it. I think.
Was that today?
Yeah, all weekend.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even know that.
Mm. What about Spider-Man 2? The video game?
Oh, absolutely, one
I
hundred
played
percent,
the first.
100%. Spider-Man 2 is a game that I will be pre-ordering. So yeah, I should get it day one, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna stream it as well.
It's tomorrow. Isn't day one tomorrow?
Is it?
It's pretty soon. Darkness will tell us if we're wrong, but I think it's tomorrow.
Oh, if it's tomorrow, I had no idea.
Invincible Deluxe hardcover is have dropped. I got all 3 volumes on my pull list. Ooh, you got so into the show, even though you know the plot. You're like, let me read the comics.
Well, from what I heard, it's a lot different. The show's a lot different.
Should the show be a lot different, or do they owe a percentage to still match? If it's 90% the same show as the comic books and they're the same, I would say yes, that's appropriate. You just have to make some adjustments because
Mhm.
some storylines don't translate well. But when you change it that much, Anzo, I think I take issue with that.
Well, I don't think it's. I think like they've kept true to it, maybe about 80 or 90%. I know Rob Stearns will be able to tell me more because he read the comic. I never read the comic, but from what I hear, it's pretty accurate. The only thing that I know was different or that I can remember at the beginning where he kills the Justice Society or whatever they're called. In the comic, they don't find out it's Omni Man till later on, like real later on in the comic. So little differences, but I think it stays pretty much true to the comic. To be honest with you,
Anybody for Doom Patrol?
not really. I
College
liked
football?
I liked Patrol. Um, I watched the first season. The second season, I was just like, you know what, I'm not feeling it. So I never
I, I,
watched anything after that.
I like Deion Sanders and his Colorado U. The memes, some of the stuff I get on my feed. Other than
Hmm.
that, I don't care about that. But the University of Colorado Buffaloes.
Well, I can say that I'm excited for the basketball season. Spurs got the number one pick, Victor Wembanyama, and he's playing pretty well. So yeah, I'm excited for that, 100%.
Did you see that clip where he gets the steal and he just extends himself and then he starts running and gets the pass?
Yep,
Holy.
yep. Couple years, he's gonna be a beast. Trust me. Think he needs to put on some weight though, but I think he'll be a beast.
That never comes right away. Remember Valanciunas when he was in
Hmm.
Toronto?
Hmm.
Thin, But by now, if you watch him now, he's like, yeah, just a bulky center. He fits NBA body.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, Chris Bosh also.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish Chris Bosh would have stayed in Toronto though. You know what I mean?
Do you know what he left to go do? What are you talking
Yes,
about?
I do. He went to go join up with that crappy LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. No. No, no. Hate that team.
In my comic book, I have a character named Damar, and I want to make his parents' name Bosch or Wesson or
Really?
Chris. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's
on
like
that Miami bandwagon, bro. What's going on?
I'm not a Miami bandwagon. I'm a Toronto Raptors historian.
Okay.
So
So you should be mad that he left.
there's gonna be cities named after Raptor players.
Yeah, but you should be mad that he left. Like
You can't be mad. You look at what he had all those years. Remember that one year they got Hito Turkoglu? Like,
Mhm.
bro, what are we gonna do with Hito? Ball.
Well, at the time, Hito had just come off a championship with the Spurs, so he's a good. Well, he was a good
No,
like.
he got off the finals losing with Orlando.
Oh, did he? Okay,
Yeah,
and
that
then he
was the
went to
year.
the Spurs, probably. Yeah,
Uh-huh. The show is better than the comic book for Invincible.
interesting.
Yo, Max, I like the comic series. Oh shit, better than season 1. It's about 80% true to the comic. Well,
Yeah.
then I'm okay with this. Don't worry about that. They don't want you to be notified. I have to do what all the other YouTubers do. That's why you guys have to like this. That's why you need to super chat me. And that's why you need to give me StreamYard donations because they don't want us to win. And that's why you know how YouTubers get all charged up.
Mhm.
The YouTubers hate me. I got shadow banned. And that's why you got to step it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And his PayPal is chillmonger at paypal.com. You know what I mean,
Yeah, it's
guys?
Killmonger on PayPal. My Cash App is this. Make sure that you can you bypass what they yeah, give me the PayPal. Don't give me no super chat where they take a
Facts.
third.
Facts.
You ever watch those YouTubers?
Yep.
See, I and as a viewer before I was joining YouTube and I would see them say that, I actually bought into it. I was like, you are being shadow banned, aren't you?
Hmm.
Because they're not ready for all of this real entertainment. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't think that way anymore. I think a lot has to do with thumbnails. A lot has to do with your ability to reach to new people. And are you like complacent and doing the same thing where you just kind of hit the live button and go,
Hmm.
which is the case. It's true. This is beyond racism or anything. It's just, are you entertaining to YouTube? Because YouTube will promote you if you're keeping an audience. Because they
Absolutely.
absolutely
100%. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Um, it's all about working the algorithm. You know what I mean? If you know how to work that algorithm, you can get your YouTube to promote your channel.
Which I know about. I did a Jonathan Majors video when there was an update a month ago, and I was like, algorithm. I have to have Jonathan Majors in the title for the next thing that I do.
Hmm.
And I did it. And I put a Jonathan Majors secondary video, and it also got 1,000 views. I
Hmm.
knew it. I knew it. And I mean, if I was someone without a heart, I would milk it and I would do a third and a fourth and a fifth, but I didn't. I just kind of kept it to 2, maybe I did 3. Okay, fuck that. I don't have a heart. So I did milk it. I recognized how Jonathan Majors would help this channel, and I used his name for a few more videos. I know I did that. So
You do what you got to do, man. There's people out there who talk about Star Wars on every single stream because they know it's what hits the algorithm. You know what I mean? So, hey, do what you
but
got to do.
everything I did now, I went to Invincible. In the beginning, I was talking about Avatar. I talked about Pokemon. If I do that on a stream and bring in the NBA and college football, the audience doesn't know where to go
Yeah,
because
yeah.
there's so many people who just don't care about
Hmm.
Boruto and
Hmm.
they don't care about my
Hmm.
comic book that I'm gonna write. They're just here because you're the Marvel guy, right? Or even specifically the niche that I'm into is Black Panther. You're the Black Panther
Hmm.
guy. That's all we know you for. So I know I can get views for that. Um, so Pam is asking for tips. You niche down. You like to talk about the entertainment news, Pam? I'm sorry, man. Entertainment news and another subgenre won't work. But if you can keep a familiar, maybe even thumbnail, like you know how sometimes you'll see a smiley face at the bottom right, bottom
Well,
left. on my thumbnail, I think that helps because it makes my video stand out. And if you're a fan of mine, a viewer or regularly who actually likes me, and thank you to all of you, if you guys will be like, okay, that that sticks out on my desktop screen. Yeah, it's a Chillmonger video. It's brand new. Oh, it just came out 3 hours ago. I'm gonna click on it. Even before you read the title, you're already moving your mouse right on top of my face to click on me,
Hmm.
and I appreciate that. You do need to
Hmm.
have a thumbnail that is consistent.
Absolutely, 100%. That's the biggest thing, and I've learned that for a lot. My thumbnails are still not on point, but you do need to have a thumbnail that stands out. That's what get people involved. Say, oh, let me check this out. So
Word, word, word. I think the Dre Max show is live right now. I have, you can do the redirect thing where your video ends, so it goes right to Dre Mac.
no, I didn't know you could do that.
You didn't know you could do that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you did. So like after this video, when I end it, which will be pretty soon, because I don't want to, I want to promote this dude. Oh, D Diesel's already there. You see that? D Diesel's already at his live stream. So as soon as he starts getting live, I'll end it. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for joining me, Anzo, on the little invitation link that I put in.
I
When I
just
see,
seen it and I was like, oh, okay. And then I clicked on it. I thought it was like maybe you wanted to talk backstage or something, right? That's why my thing wasn't on. Then I seen your live. I was like, oh, okay, hold on.
we'll talk backstage. There's a couple things we need to talk about.
Cool.
YouTuber beg. Oh, actually, you know what we'll do, Anzo? I'll tell you backstage.
All right.
YouTuber begging more times than once, almost very often. Then yeah, they're screwing you. Huh? I followed you back. Oh, back of the bus. You're right, William. You're also part of the back of the bus comment section often too, and I recognize that. Thank you for the support, William. Yeah, me and Marcus, and not so much Josh, but me because we don't interact much, just because no reason, no beef. I just mean I always message Marcus. His account is back at a bus, and on Twitter, Josh's account is like Josh's account. So I always forget to send him a link also. Anyways,
Mhm.
anyways, we get along very well, and I love the growth and everything that he's on, along with the Dre Max show who just got live. So we're gonna close this out in a second. What anime stand out to you right now? Attack on Titan, Boruto. That's it. That's all I'm watching. I didn't get into Jujutsu Kaisen. Black Clover they say is good, so it's due. I'm gonna get into Black Clover soon. But whatever RDC World are talking about, you know RDC World, Anzo?
No, I don't.
Man, Supreme Dreams, that guy Mark Phillips, and he's got a friend group of like 6 guys in Texas. You know
No, I
them.
don't.
Okay, you know when LeBron James is in the halftime and he's like, "He's sorry, give me your ring back, Kyrie." Those guys who do those skits.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know that, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, when
yeah.
they do like the anime house stuff, they're the best. So those are some guys that I love, and and whatnot. Got to dip piece. Chainsaw Man for me. Okay, Chainsaw Man is a popular one. You've heard of that. We've all heard of Chainsaw Man, right?
Nope.
Mike, you don't really like anime, huh?
Neither do I.
I loathe it, except for Akira.
Me too.
So when I watch Mike play Fortnite, this guy gets fits because an anime character is playing there. Mike, give me a couple things that you're interested in because we were about to close the stream, but you joined. The topic is what are you excited about? What
Well,
is it?
you know what would have excited me? What would have excited me is getting a notification that you were live. The only way I knew about it was because you had sent the link in the thing, and when I woke up, I saw that that was there. Instead, there was no notification saying Chill just went live. Like, I don't understand that.
I
Like,
think because maybe I went unlisted first, and then I added my thumbnail later, and then I added the redirect feature, and then I went public. I
whoa,
think
whoa,
that
whoa.
might be why.
Hold on, hold on. Am I or am I not a Chill member?
Oh, you are a chill member, so you should have got that.
See?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo,
So yeah.
what are you excited about from New York Comic Con?
Well, ideally I would like to say the whole Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, and Gary Frank thing, but I would really like to see them on like characters. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they got their own stuff, and that's good, but like, I want to see them on like Batman or Superman or X-Men, or you know what I mean? Like you talk about all the time, like, you know, get good creators to be on these titles, you know, and that's them. And now all of them are exclusive to that. I mean, now mind you, since it's not like a major company, I mean, they could, you know, if the money's right. Like I heard there was a rumor, and I don't know, I don't want to spoil anything, but apparently maybe Frank Miller might be doing something with Marvel
Oh,
outside of all those like those conversation starting covers that he's been doing, the variant covers. So, you know, I mean, if somebody throws enough money at, you know, Gary Frank or, you know, Jeff Johns or whatever, they can, you know, hey, why don't you come do this for us or something, you know? And allegedly, that's another reason they said that what's his face, Mark Millar is going to be doing Superman. It's because, you know, it helps. Because remember, we talked about this before, where if the big two are doing well, then, you know, it helps lift the indies up. So it's not going to help, you know, it's going to help elevate Frank Miller's, you know, line of books and stuff like that. And Millar is going to help with the Millar World thing or whatever, you know. So it'll keep them relevant. But, you know, that's
you're harsh.
that's
It'll
what
keep them relevant.
Yeah.
Frank Miller trolled Marvel with these covers.
You know, Eric, I kind of yes. I mean, some of them were. There was a couple of them that were okay. I mean, it's his style. Like, I mean, even for Dark Knight Returns, like in the '80s, I mean, you saw that's where it was headed. You saw what he was doing, and then this is his natural progression, I guess. Because if you look at the stuff like in the early '80s, like, you know, the Daredevil stuff and the Wolverine stuff, like, I mean, his stuff looks nothing the way it does, like, you know, in Dark Knight Rises or Dark Knight Returns or the way it does now. But, you know, hey, it's Frank. I mean, you know, Frank's Frank. You know, once you've served in the comic book industry for as long as you have, you know, hey, you know what, I'm going to draw stick figures, and you're going to say it looks really good. Or, hey, you know what, I'm going to draw characters with no feet, and everybody's going to buy it because, you know, I'm Rob Liefeld.
I knew you were going to go there. He published First Responder, black main character. I do like that, and I don't like the arguments of, well, they got to be black, so to make the black character. That's malarkey. When it comes to getting into comics, just to include Onzo in this comic conversation, what would it take to make you start reading a comic book again?
I have no idea. Maybe if someone I knew created one.
Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. It's coming.
I know.
What's up, Cole? All right. Hey, we'll close it out on that. Hey, listen, if you want to enjoy more goodness, he's talking about who's under the mask of Ultimate Black Panther, and his stream will begin as soon as I click end stream. Watch the Dre Mac